Today on the channel from AEW Unmatched Series 5, we throw it back to the good old days with the LJN-inspired Darby Allin.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unmatched Series 5 unboxing and review, and today we've got the LJN-inspired Darby Allin from AEW Unmatched Series 5. But remember, for all your AEW and WWE wrestling figure needs, to hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle to save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal all day long, and of course these are shipping from Ringside right now, well before the stores. I mean, will the stores have these by the end of the year? That's probably my guess, give or take a month or two. Who knows? What is distribution these days anyways? Who knows? But of course, we're going to take this review and we're going to do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. All right, so there's old Darby Allin, our second edition. Of course, this was a delayed figure. It was supposed to be back. What was that? Series 3 this was supposed to be in, I believe, but it was canceled because I think they had the size wrong. It wouldn't fit in the packaging, something like that. So they scrapped it. Now here it is all these years later in Series 5. I believe Series 7 is supposed to be CM Punk. We'll see if that does come to fruition. I guess more to come on that one. But it is LJN inspired, which I really do appreciate. Of course, being a kid growing up, playing with the LJNs as his first wrestling figure, I have some nostalgia for this. But that being said, I don't know here in 2022 if the average Joe, if the average hardcore wrestling figure collector is really looking for LJN inspired. Are they looking for retro inspired like the Hasbros? I'm really not sure, and I don't know. Part of me thinks maybe we should just have throwback traditional AEW figures similar to the Luminaries. Just keep the Luminaries in every single set. I think that's the way to go. I don't know if these are very popular. We've seen in our Walmart stores the Cody Rhodes hanging around forever. I just don't know if this is the good business decision, and AEW, Jazzwares team might want to right the way, right the ship. Who knows? But I do have a fondness for these, of course, but I am kind of what they're marketing to, and I'm not sure if I'm in the majority, the minority, or somewhere in the middle, putting the old business hat on. But there's old Darby Allin in the pack, looking interesting. Very similar packaging to the Cody Rhodes we saw before. We got the yellow and blue highlights. These definitely stand out on the store pegs. If you see a side, oh, there's the LJN one. They got the LJN one. You're not going to be able to miss that for sure. On the front, I like the wrestling superstars, and they even got the LJN logo down here. So this is about as official as it does get for sure, so it does look really, really good. You got Darby Allin right there with some old face paint looking like a Darby Allin would look. It does say free Darby Allin poster inside, and of course we got the kind of animated characters we got back in our LJN days from the old. On the side, he is number 33, like the great Jose Canseco, so he is 33 in the line. Of course, this is Series 5. On the side, we got the Y down here. This whole set of Series 5 does say yes, yes, for those keeping track at home. And then on the back, no cross-sell, anything like that, making this feel a little bit extra special. We do got a blurb, which I think we should have a blurb on all of these figures, but we do get it for the LJN, so we'll get to read that. Of course, there is the poster. That is included, once again, a love letter to the past. Let's see what it says about our old friend Darby Allin here. Boy, it says a lot about him. Hailing from Seattle, Washington, oh, rainy this time of year. Former TNT champion Darby Allin spends much of his time in the shadows gearing up for his AEW matches. Darby's motto, nothing's over till you're underground. So what if he goes on like the Underground Railroad or something like that? He goes underground. There's a amusement park by me called the Underground. It's a little railroad that goes underground. So is it over? Is it over if he goes on that ride? Who knows? This embodies his never say die attitude like a young Black Sabbath and the reckless abandon that he brings to the ring. His signature high-risk move, the coffin drop, quickly incapacitates? Kyle can't read, apparently, Darby's opponents and typically has him victoriously returning to the darkness. No one knows what's in store for Darby Allin in his enigmatic ways like a young Jeff Hardy. But one thing's for certain, he will remain atop the AEW rankings for years to come. Unless he gets injured, of course, then he won't be, I wouldn't think. So there you go. The more you know. But let's get him out of the package here. Let's see what all the fuss is about for old Darby Allin, LJN edition. Can I get him out? Come on. What are we doing here? Of course, we got a lot of the faithful from the Jazzwares team. You got Jeremy Padower in the crowd, a few of the other people. So that is kind of a cool little Easter egg going on there, mixed in with some kids, things like that. We've seen that before. Off to the races. See you later. How about a little plastic prison? There it is. Once again, we got a greasy plastic for this guy, so very interesting there. But there's old Darby in the plastic prison. Pull out his poster. Pull out the figure. He hops right out. See you later. Goodbye. We're off to the races. No accessories with the LJN figure. There's no extra hands. There's nothing like that to give. Of course, we do have the poster. I will take a picture of that later, but it is just a typical LJN poster. When I was a kid, I had all my LJN posters. I hung them all on the wall. I wish I would have done that now. I would have loved to keep them in a nice book or something. But I had one whole wall of my room when I was a little kid covered in these, and then covered in like PWI posters, WWE magazine posters, things like that. So now let's dig into this Darby Allin figure here, and this is an interesting one. As he is tall, he is bigger, of course, compared to a regular AEW figure, but he definitely feels small, definitely feels skinnier, like he should. So it's almost like they got the scaling on this correct, but a very, very interesting looking figure. All day long, you know, this is Darby Allin from the head. Tremendous, tremendous face sculpt on this, whatever we're going to call it. Much better than the LJNs of old, where a lot of guys are like, I'm not sure who this could be. You definitely know this is Darby Allin. Of course, face paint helps anybody. Anybody puts some face paint on, they're just automatically a better wrestler. I think that's a proven fact. So Darby looks pretty good there with the old half and half face paint. He's got the old muscle pose, kind of. I guess almost like a Hulk Hogan pose going there, and he's... is what he is. He's not quite Hulk Hogan, as we know, but he's got the taped fist. We do get tattoos. Relentless. You get the tattoo on his chest. He does have a nice necklace here. This necklace is not going to be removable because you can't take the head off. I don't think. Oh my gosh, you might be able to take this head off. Can you believe that? That's not like an LJN. This head's got a little bit of movement. I wonder if you heat this up, you might be able to pop it off. Do I dare? Do I dare? No, I don't dare. I don't dare. But I think if you heat this up, you could maybe pull this off. It seems to be like a separate piece. So that's definitely different from the LJNs of old as well. You do get the black tights going on, but he's got some extremely small feet here. Very, very small feet on Darby Allin. But a very, very interesting looking figure, but a tremendous head sculpt. For LJN inspired, this blows away any LJN of old. How well does he stand? And man, he stands up just perfectly by himself. I like that as well. He does have peg holes in his feet. Let me grab one of these stands if I can. Let's see, does he fit on one of these stands? What do you know? What do you know? Perfect. Fits perfectly on those stands. So there you go. You got the AEW stands at ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. For some reason, I was thinking there was no holes in these feet, but here we are. Here we are. So he fits perfectly on that. How about a little comparison action, of course? Let's throw it back to the old school LJN. And I always think Macho Man's a good run-of-the-mill comparison. And you can see right there, very similar poses going on, but Macho Man much bigger than him. But guess what? At the end of the day, I think that's pretty correct. Macho Man 6'2", 6'3", something like that. Darby Allin, what's he? 4'10", 5'2", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". I don't know. I don't know what he is. Probably 5'7", 5'8". We'll call him something like that. So you can kind of see that difference here. Of course, I did grab one of the many Codys. There's two. The red one, the Walmart exclusive. The blue, the traditional. Put him next to Cody, and I think, once again, I think that scale's pretty good, at least in my eyes. So I think scaling's okay here. This isn't terrible at all. This is a good Darby Allin figure. Of course, face paint, like I said, helps anybody. But it does look good. This is one I think a lot of people might want. Maybe, but I think there's a lot of you guys out there, and sound out in the comments down below, that you're in on the AEW figures, but you're passing on the LJNs. I've heard that from a lot of people. Maybe you're one of those people as well. But very, very interesting looking lineup here when these guys are all squared off together. And it works a lot better than I anticipated it to. So you can't beat that for sure. But there's Cody, there's Darby, there's the Macho Man. Like I've said before when we unboxed the Codys, I think the comparison to these guys is really good with the WCW OSFTM figures and the Jakks Classic Superstars LJN inspired figures. I think those work with these as well. So if you got kind of an LJN collection, you can put him over there with them. Do whatever you want to do. It is your collection at the end of the day. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this Darby Allin LJN inspired figure. all in, all out, for you, not for you, let me know. Don't forget to like this video. You made it this far. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day and then some. You don't want to miss a video, so hit the old notification bell. Check out the Patreon, link in the description below for videos like this, much earlier than traditional YouTube. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, a lot going on over at Patreon, and best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and then don't forget to follow along on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Darby Allin LJN edition, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.